There is an impending Cardano season that's just about to start, and this will be catalyzed by the launch of the biggest DEX on Cardano, SundaeSwap. Let's talk about it. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on the Virtual Bacon channel. And today I want to talk to you guys about SundaeSwap, the Cardano ecosystem, and why it has received a lot of hype over the past week or so, and why I think this is time to pay attention to the Cardano ecosystem, as there could be a lot of gains to be made in at least the short term. So what does this all spawn from? Well, you guys all know about Cardano. It's one of the leading layer ones in terms of market cap, but it doesn't really have the ecosystem like other EVM layer one networks. It doesn't have that many apps built on it yet. But looks like this is about to change because the biggest DEX on Cardano, SundaeSwap, is about to launch. And they said that they're going to launch on January 20th, which is tomorrow. Cardano has seen a lot of rough days in the beginning, right? It was just a white paper, and then it was just a wallet. It's a federated system, and then it was super slow when it first started to launch with one transaction per block, so nobody could trade, right? And after all of that, it has received a lot of hate, and rightly so. But usually, the first time that a DEX launches on mainnet on a layer one network is a good opportunity. So think of some of the examples as I've listed here. PancakeSwap, when it first launched on BSC chain, that was an opportunity. QuickSwap on Polygon, Trader Joe on AVAX, SpiritSwap on Phantom, Trisolaris on Aurora and Near. These are all good opportunities if you were in it, let's say, in the first week. And you don't even need to buy it. There are tons of ways to get involved early. And right when these launch is when all the existing teams with their tokens can start trading on that chain. And the supporters of that ecosystem actually have a chance to speculate. And this is usually coordinated with a lot of hype, a lot of interest, and everyone tweeting about it, etc. This is why I'm super excited about SundaeSwap, which is supposed to be the first official DEX on Cardano. So by official here, I mean they have a close relationship with IOHK, which is the company behind Cardano, the foundation itself. And they have a lot of connections with the existing projects on Cardano. So this is likely to be the first DEX that, once launched on mainnet, will actually have native tokens on Cardano to be trading on this DEX. This is a long time coming, and they've teased about this for 6 months now, but their DEX and the token, the Sundae token, is going to launch tomorrow, Thursday, January 20th. In anticipation of this launch, right, there's a lot of existing projects that have promised to build on Cardano and have done stuff, right? So these ecosystem plays have already been doing really well over the past week. As you can see here, for 7-day chart, right, these have all been up between 20 to 100%, and is now on a bit of a consolidation, but overall still up a lot over the past week. And especially the trading volume has been going insane. SundaeSwap is about to launch, and when the new DEX first launches, there will be a ton of people going onto the main DEX of Cardano and just looking at, okay, what are the list of coins that's available on there, and they will simply ape into them. We saw this on QuickSwap, we saw this on Trader Joe, on Trisolaris, on SpiritSwap. So these, there's a certain effect that people already are expecting, and they're trying to front run it. And this is why I also have some of these coins short term. CardStarter and Occam, I think, are two launch pads on Cardano that are actually working. They will have tokens on Cardano. I think their tokens are already on Cardano. Ardana, this is one of the blue chips on there, kind of like a MakerDAO for Cardano, providing a stablecoin. We have Paribas. Gero is another wallet. Charlie 3 is the leading oracle on Cardano. I do think these plays will be fairly short term because once people get over the hype period, there will be a lot of take profits. We saw this also with other DEX launches. But nonetheless, I do have some of these for the short term. But the real alpha, I think, is going to be the SundaeSwap token and farming on SundaeSwap. So There are 3 ways, like I mentioned already, to get it, to be a part of this. So the ISO, or yield farming, or to simply buy it. The first way is the ISO, which is Cardano ecosystem's kind of launch pool process. I guess it stands for initial stake offering. How you can do this is you hold ADA, so the Cardano coin itself, and you can stake on supported validators. And depending on how much you stake, you can get SUNDAE tokens in this initial period. And this starts from January 25th and lasts until February 14th. This is the lowest risk way to take part because you will be holding and staking ADA tokens, Cardano tokens, which is a very large coin. It doesn't fluctuate that much, right? And it's certainly not going to rug. Yeah, it's relatively low risk. And for the SUNDAE tokens you get, you don't lose anything, right? So this is kind of a stake to earn launch process. The second way to do this is by farming. So on any new yield farm with a DEX, there is usually liquidity bootstrapping where the DEX itself will issue some of their tokens to liquidity providers on their exchange to facilitate that initial liquidity so people can actually trade. So this will also happen on SundaeSwap. So starting from January, I think tomorrow when the DEX launches, up until June, you can provide liquidity on all kinds of pairs on SundaeSwap and receive SUNDAE token reward. So this is a little bit higher risk than the ISO because most likely you will need to hold at least ADA with another token, maybe like ADA and USD. That will be pretty low risk, but the returns there in those pools will also be pretty low. But my plan is probably to do something like a ADA and SUNDAE pool. I think that will be that's usually the highest reward rate for these DEXs because they want liquidity on their own token. So it is a little bit higher risk because you also need to hold the SundaeSwap token, at least as half of the LP position. But usually they are higher rewards. So the ISO and the farm, I think, are both really worth it. Knowing about this project, knowing their connections, I highly doubt this is a scam. So relatively speaking, as long as the hype picks up in the Cardano ecosystem, people will mainly look for the coin, a gas coin itself, which is ADA, and the main DEX token, which is SUNDAE. So that's why I think the farm will also be pretty good. And lastly, of course, you can buy SUNDAE directly. I don't plan on doing this much unless SUNDAE starts off being very undervalued. So usually with a new DEX token launch, the market cap doesn't get that big. So it tops out right around 100 to 200 million. And I'll show you guys some examples, right? Let's say QuickSwap. This is at 82 million market cap, right? This is the leading DEX. It was the first DEX on Polygon. If you look at Trader Joe, right? This had huge hype. The product is great, but again, still, it's under 200 million market cap, right? And it has been this way for like 6 months now. It didn't really ever make it over 300 million. SpiritSwap, right? Another good one. One of the leading DEX on Phantom. Again, really good product, but $67 million market cap. So I have a target of at most 100 million before I started treat it as fairly valued for SundaeSwap as the leading DEX on Cardano. Simply looking at the other leading DEXs on other layer 1 networks. So that's my plan for a price target. Now, with that price target or a valuation target, we can formulate our strategy. If SUNDAE token starts out very low, I probably will buy it and I'll probably farm it. But once it reaches around the 100 million market cap, I'll have to see. So if the farming rate is still very high, then it probably might be worth it. So I can have my exposure in like ADA USD type of pool and farm on SundaeSwap. If it's giving me like 300-400% APR, that would be really good. So here's how you can get started with SundaeSwap and how you can participate in either the ISO, the farming, or if you want to buy any sort of new tokens on SundaeSwap and on Cardano. So first, you will need a supported wallet, and you cannot use MetaMask for this because Cardano is not a EVM chain, and it's unlike AVAX or Phantom, Polygon, what have you. So you need a brand new wallet, and the official recommended wallet is Nami Wallet. So you can find them on Twitter, Nami Wallet, or on namiwallet.io. This is the one I've set up to use, and I think this is the best bet right now. It's a browser extension. And then after that, you can go on SundaeSwap.finance and enter the app. And right now, this is a testnet app, but I imagine tomorrow after the launch, it'll be a mainnet app. And here it's very similar to kind of a Uniswap fork, right? So on the menus, you have the home where you can see all the trading pairs. You can swap for tokens and you can provide liquidity. And I bet you that there's going to be an ISO kind of guide somewhere here and also a farm page for you to deposit the liquidity. But yeah, you can see the guide here. It tells you to download the Nami browser extension, which I already have. And then you can connect your wallet. And lastly, you will have to fund your wallet with ADA. So works similarly to MetaMask, as you can see. So this is how you would participate. And here is my plan to participate, right? If you want, you should definitely check out the update, When Sunday and their launch process, the timeline. So tomorrow, when this opens, you can trade on the SundaeSwap exchange. So there will be a ton of DEXs. It definitely will have ADA on there. It will have the SUNDAE token, and it will also have other tokens that are on Cardano ecosystem, and it will have probably a stablecoin. So tomorrow, when this launches, right, I will look at the tokenomics of the SundaeSwap, and depending on like how much is circulating, I'll try to calculate the market cap. And if it's very low and way lower than 100 million, then I think that will be an opportunity, and I probably will buy a bunch of SUNDAE. Now, if it's closer to 100 million, I probably will simply buy SUNDAE with half of my ADA and pair the ADA with it to create a liquidity position and to enter the yield farm. Because even if SundaeSwap start off being like close to 100 million already and the price isn't likely to pump, it still would be good to farm because when new yield farms open, not a lot of people have heard of it. So the APY on the farms could be really good, could be really high. So this is another way that I'll be doing it. On this guide, it also tells you how to do the ISO. And in order to participate and qualify for the 5 rounds of airdrops, the first round starts off on January 25th. So you need to have your ADA staked before January 25th to qualify for the first batch. And then the second batch is before January 30th, February 4th, etc., etc. And you need to have your ADA delegated to a supported, I guess, delegator. And you can find that list with the link in the official guide. So these are the ones that they support. And lastly, the yield farm main pools that will be on there is SUNDAE ADA, like we expected, right? So this is the DEX token with the ADA pool, with the ADA, a Cardano token. So this will be probably the most rewards. I like the fact that they support Card Starter. This is cool. This is one of the leading projects on ADA. I do have some of this already. I don't know about LQ or WMT, what these tokens are, so I will dig into those as well. But yeah, you see that the total reward is 500,000 SUNDAE allocated daily, but most likely the most most rewards will be given to the SUNDAE ADA pool, is what I suspect. Yeah, there's more guides on this page, so definitely check this out if you want to go more in depth. Tomorrow, when SundaeSwap opens up, when you can farm, when you can buy, people will speculate, and there's not that many tokens to speculate on the Cardano ecosystem. So when there's an asymmetry of how much attention there will be versus how little to speculate on, there's likely to be price growth. So this is why I will pay close attention to the Cardano ecosystem, to SundaeSwap's launch tomorrow, and for at least the next few weeks. What comes out of that initial hype period, we will have to see. And I will make definitely follow-up videos on this topic. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. That's it for this video. I'll see you guys on the next one.